My 20-year-old son asked me for personal development for Christmas, so we built him a 6-month development program, and this is what happened. So now he returns. He's finally getting his groove and his productivity because he's found this 24-hour study spot, which has been phenomenal for our sessions because I now get to spend most of the sessions going in about what he's actually learning and not fussing about what he has not done. So one of the books that he's finishing up reading is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And at this point, his mindset has completely shifted. He's looking at how much money he's making. He's looking at how he wants to invest. And we break down one of my favorite charts that has ever been created, the cash flow quadrant. I'm telling him right now, son, you're at level 1. You're an employee. You trade your time for money. But at level 2, you can be self-employed. You still trade your time for money, but you own the business. And so it does lift up the cap on how much money you can make. But at level 3 is where your money works for you. You're a business owner and the business runs whether you show up or not. That's the goal. And level 4 is the ultimate goal where you're an investor, where all of your money works for you. And I explained to him that we live in a world where our government is $38 trillion in debt. And I pulled up the number so he could see it for himself. The average salary in America is around $60,000. The average home price, $400,000. Now, how is somebody supposed to make $60,000 and afford a home that's $400,000? They can't, not without debt. And that's the trap. The system is set up so that from the moment you graduate, you're already in debt and you aspire to get into debt. Car note, credit cards, 30-year mortgages. And I showed him that if you do not start learning this investment game early, you will fall into the trap. I said, baby, this is why the Bible says in Proverbs 22:7 that the borrower is a servant to the lender. This isn't just a financial principle, it's a spiritual one. When you owe people, you are not free. You work for them. Your time, your energy, your labor, it belongs to whoever you owe. And this is why I'm teaching you this now. Before you have car payments that start stacking up, before you have a wife and kids and the pressure of debt is telling you that you can't leave a 9 to 5, I'm telling you right now, never let your bills go over 50% of your income. Always keep 50% of your income where you can tithe, where you can invest, where you can save, where you can make sure that you can pour back into the vehicles that are financially pouring back into you. Most parents don't have these conversations with their kids. We tell them to go to college. We tell them to get a good job. We tell them to buy your house, but we never break down how the system actually works. And I'm not hating on a mortgage. I'm trying to get out of mine myself, but I want to show him a better way because if he understands how the system works, he can understand how he can rebel against the system and start a life where he is financially free and stays free. Let's see what he learns this week.